Okay, so this is problem 1.5.65, and they're asking us to solve. We have x to the negative second power minus 6x to the negative first, and then plus 5 equal to 0. So this is something that is in quadratic form, but it's not a quadratic, and that's because of the negative powers there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called a u substitution to actually put this into, or to look at a similar quadratic form that I can then solve and then back substitute for the x's. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let u equal x to the negative first power. And the reason I know how to do that is if this is my middle term here, x to the negative first, and I let u equal that, then u squared would be essentially taking, x to the negative 1 and squaring it. If you remember your exponent rules there, that would give us x to the negative second power. Okay, so x to the negative second would be u squared, x to the negative first would be u, and this then I can substitute those in and make this look like a quadratic equation. So that equation becomes u squared minus 6u plus 5. Okay. So what I want to do now is solve this, and I'm just going to solve it by factoring. So it's going to factor into u and u, 5 and 1, both minus signs there, and that'll work. And if I set u minus 1 to 0 and u minus 5 to 0, then I can solve these separately. Add the 1, and I get u equals 1, and add the 5, and I get u equals 5. Now, we weren't solving for u though, we were solving for x. And so what I have to do now is I actually have to go back and do a back substitution. Since I know that u is equal to x to the negative first, I'm actually going to take x to the negative first and substitute it in wherever there's a u. So these become x to the negative first equals 1, and x to the negative first equals 5. Okay, and if I want to solve that, then I have to remember what negative exponents mean. So negative exponents mean that really you're talking about a fraction. So x to the negative 1 here is the same thing as 1 over x, and same thing over here. And so if I'm looking to solve, 1 over x equal to 1, you're just simply clearing the fraction. Let's multiply both sides by x. So I get x equals 1 here, and that's one solution. If I multiply by x on this side, then I get 5x equals 1. And if I divide by 5, then I'm looking at x equals 1/5, and that would be our other solution. Okay, so that's it in that problem.